Hello, everybody. Welcome to the late nights.
Woo!
PlayStation Access State of Play After Party. Look how cool we are.
Yes.
Dancing because it's a late
in the
party.
office.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
If you're new,
That's all I've got, this move.
Whoa, whoa,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Rob and I'm joined today by Ash
Hello.
and Rosie.
Hello.
We've all just watched the State of Play.
Yeah.
There were a few games. I think we all had something.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
We all
that
had
were
a
very
sprinkle for all of us.
excited about, that we all did a little at.
Yeah.
Where should we start? We should probably start with the first thing. I think, well, Ash and Rosie, you both got very excited
Yes.
about Bug Snacks,
Yes.
the Isle of Big
Yeah.
Snacks.
I'm really excited for the Isle of Big Snacks. I love Bug Snacks. It's just the most silly, wholesome, also kind of terrifying game out there. And Big Snacks, that makes them bigger. What more is there not? What
Who
more is there to
wouldn't want a
Sorry.
bigger bunga?
Sorry,
Yeah.
Brendan MC asks, is that Rob's messy desk behind them? No!
That's my I tidied
There's
it.
no mess.
There's no
That's
mess.
that's
We
my-
shoved everything on the floor.
Everything's just pushed out of sight. We tried to
Yeah.
make the office look as cool as possible. Sorry, anyway, you were... I don't know, I've got a clue what's going on with Bug Snacks. I look at it and I'm like, what is going on? There's like, you were like, oh, it's a big celery. Oh,
Exactly.
It's got nuggets for
But
arms.
You've got to think about the names to them. Like it could be a stickellery insect, like like a stick insect, because it could. It's a fun pun as well. They've all got fun pun names.
I was trying to think if there was like a celery biggery.
I'd like. It's just good fun. I think it's nice that they've added a bit more to it because I feel like Bug Snacks was its own experience in itself. So to have a bit more where you can go to this new island, a new biome full of new bug snacks,
Yes.
big snacks that you can then interact with new trappy ways, like making them small. Also, you get little hats to put on your
Little
bug
hats!
snacks.
I love how seriously you take the Bug Snacks.
Yeah, they
the,
are.
The isle, new island, new biome.
New ways to trap them.
It is.
What's the for people who've played and in your case platinumed? You platinumed it as
I
well.
did,
Rosie.
yes.
You both platinumed.
It's a wholesome platinum to get. Like,
Bug Snacks. Like when you saw the trailer for the Isle of Big Snacks, what are the main things you're excited about? What's the new
More
stuff?
bug snacks.
yeah, Rosie, it must be more bug snacks.
Yeah, just
surely.
more bug snacks, just more. When I finished bug snacks, I was like, I want more.
Yeah.
I want more bug snacks, and now we have more bug
Yeah.
snacks.
It's like being able to fill up your little bug snackopedia and having all their different like pictures there. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I caught that one. Remember that time, guys? And like the big legendary bug snacks
The
as well.
voices. We're gonna get new voices for
Yeah.
the bug snacks. The voices, some of the best parts of it.
Yes, I loved Gramble's little strabby hat, and to be able to get a strabby like wardrobe-y shelf thing. Oh my god, let me design my hut. Like,
oh my
I'm
god, yeah, you
excited.
can design your houses as well, your little huts
Yeah.
as well.
Perfectly Daft looks very excited. They've just said hats for snacks.
Yeah.
Hats
For snacks.
You can play with your food, baby, and it's all okay.
What's the big? Why are some of them big now?
Well, that's what we
I
need to
get
find
it.
out on the Isle of Big Snacks.
We're gonna research it.
Yeah.
I see. So that's like the big
Yeah.
mystery.
Yeah. Well, you
And-
get some of the characters coming with you as well on this adventure. I know Chandlo and Floofty are there.
Chandler and
And
Floofty.
Snorpy, Fizzlebean. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. I know you are as well, Rosie.
I'm
Both
very
of us were like,
excited. We were just like,
yes.
bug snacks.
it's just such good fun. Like watching a little grape fly around with a hat on. What's not to like?
Dale
Oh,
Campbell,
yeah.
Dale Campbell was requested that I sing the song, but I'm
Yes.
not going to sing the song.
Go on.
Go on.
Maybe we should all sing
I'll
the
click
song.
for you.
Kind of bug and kind of snack. I don't know the rest of the
Try to
words.
catch them in your trap.
I don't know any of the words.
Beat somebody and you'll see
I'll click
we
and you
are
sing.
whatever we eat. That's enough from me.
So,
That was for you.
the Isle of Big Snacks.
Yeah.
Most excitingly, it's a free
Yes.
It's a free update
Yes.
coming to the game in 2022,
Yeah.
I believe. So if you already own Bug Snacks,
Yes.
the Isle of Big Snacks It's coming.
Yes, and you can just load up your save and it'll come at the point of no return. So
Yes.
like if you've completed the game, when you load up a save, it kind of loads you up before the last bit, and then you can go to that last bit and be able to experience Big Snack Island. And if you haven't played Bug Snacks before, then it'll kind of be incorporated into your gameplay as you go. So it's like one of those nice little things you can just access straight away. Either way.
Sabrina Christmas says, as Robs looks like he's wondering about his decisions in life that led him here. No. I am on board, Clouds and Matto. Like, it's cool. Maybe I will play Bug Snacks now.
That's it.
But
Sold.
You'll learn the theme tune.
People were loving your rendition of the song in the chat.
That
by
was
the way.
your rendition, Rob.
Yeah.
Well,
led
I
that.
started it,
Yeah.
but I only know the word, kind of bug and kind of snack.
Yeah.
and
What's
then
the rest? Got to catch me in your
that's the
trap.
line you
Try to catch me in your trap.
Try
Feed
to
somebody
catch-
and you'll see. We are whatever we eat.
Okay.
Yeah? There's more.
Yeah.
There's more. The best bit is
I'll learn it.
Bug Snacks.
It's Bug Snacks.
Love a bit of Carabonito.
Anyway, there were
Talk
more.
about Bug Snacks.
There were more games than just Bug Snacks. The Island of Big Snacks.
You'd think.
This isn't just the Bug Snacks stream.
But can it be?
Because straight after Bug Snacks, and we all got quite excited about this.
Yeah.
Although I think our thoughts were, Dave's going to be having to play this on stream.
Just see him in the other room, like.
Hello, David. Five Nights at Freddy's
Yep.
Security Breach.
Yeah.
Coming on the 16th of December this year.
Yes.
Ash, you're sort of like our expert on this. Like, my only interaction with Five Nights at
Yeah.
Freddy's was to laugh hysterically as Dave played it and got very, very scared on
Yes.
last year's Halloween stream.
Yeah.
So, what can you tell us about Security Breach? What's cool about it?
So that was Help Wanted, and that was kind of like mini-game version of all of the like games in the series and that built upon them. This one is kind of like its own self-contained game where you're playing as a little boy called Gregory who's trapped in like a pizzeria.
Right.
But this time, Freddy isn't necessarily the bad guy. Like you can, like when you could see in the trailer that you were climbing into a suit and wearing it round. Like that's Freddy kind of being more of a helpful character than in previous iterations, and it's all like first person. You get to mess with the cameras and use your like Faz watch to see what's going on. Like it's got loads of new technology and is really ambitious. Like it's a new direction for the whole series to go in. Like it's lots of fun stuff like that, whereas a lot of it's been scanning cameras and doing the mini games and doing that sort of thing. This feels very much more like a narrative driven story. Like the other ones obviously have a lot of narrative to them, but this one feels more like, it's very much a stealth game. Like it's Metal Gear Solid of
Don't try and entice me
bears,
with talk
with
of Metal
bears.
Gear Solid. It's nothing like Metal Gear Solid, and you know it. But what I did find intriguing was that you get to move around in third person in this one, whereas what I've seen previously is just you're in the terrifying room, just looking at CCTV cameras, and they creep up on you and they scare you. I mean, you were getting excited about some of the characters, I guess, sort of returning.
There was
I mean,
the
I was just
dancing
thinking,
rabbit.
my God, all these look terrifying. That rabbit that came up at the end.
Yeah,
with
he's
this horrible rabbity face.
He's like a little. I don't want to do any spoilers or anything, but there's a moment with him in Help Wanted, which kind of feels like a continuation of that story as well. I think his name is Springtrap. That could be wrong.
The chat will tell us.
Yeah,
if you're wrong,
I think
I'm
it's Springtrap. In Help Wanted, it's kind of different. It's a little bit of a variation, but I think it's Springtrap. So Springtrap coming back and kind of the mythology that goes behind that is
Sorry, Blue
interesting.
Planet has just said Metal Bear Solid, which is a pun that works better written down because it only changes one letter.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, because it would have been
Metal Beer.
Metal Bear. Metal Gear.
Metal Beer.
yeah, Metal
Beer.
Freddy Gear Solid is
Freddy
from
Gear
Pharaoh.
Solid. Sorry, I've cut you off again, Ash, because I saw a comment that I liked.
No, I was agreeing with
Please
you. Saying
continue.
Freddy Gear Solid.
Oh, the chat saying that it is also Springtrap.
Yeah, there we go. Springtrap. Okay, thanks, guys. Making me feel better. But yeah, so I think him kind of floating around is interesting. I just think it looks like a good game. Like, I think for people not into the series, like, I'm not an expert on it by any means because there's so much deep lore and so many interesting bits you can take with it. But from what I've seen of it and what I have enjoyed of it, I think this is a really interesting, fresh take, and it's kind of a nice way for new players maybe to come to it as well.
I think so.
no.
Like,
Yeah.
sorry, just White Right Rabbit has asked, how does Dave feel about it? How do you feel about it, Dave?
I don't know if you heard that.
He just said bad.
Just
From the
loudly.
distance.
Dave looks very sad.
Are you guys excited for it?
I'm
though?
excited for you to torture Dave with it. Yes, I don't want to touch it because
Oh man.
I mean I've managed to escape sort of the fact that I too am very scared of horror games by the fact that Dave is more entertainingly scared of horror games than I am.
This is good to know. In the middle of our Halloween season.
Well, you've already got it planned.
I do have it planned. I
All
have it planned.
changed. What else? What else was there? We had lots of stuff. We had
Yeah.
King of Fighters 15. There's an open beta coming for that. First Class Trouble.
Yes.
Which, very excitingly, it was revealed is going to be one of the PlayStation Plus games for November on PS4 and PS5. Very interesting looking game. We saw a demonstration of the game where one player was trying to achieve a thing. The other player was, what was it, a personoid?
Personoid.
Personoid, so like a robot disguised as a person.
Yes.
And their job is to gain the trust of the other players, but ultimately sabotage the mission.
Yeah.
I think it's going to make for an ideal access.
I was like, the whole time I was just
game.
thinking, we're going to be brutal to each other. Even when we were watching it, Rob, you were like, well, I just wouldn't trust any of you. So
No.
immediately.
I'd simply blast all of you.
I mean, it's the thing situation, right? Where all the time you wouldn't trust anyone at all.
What thing?
I mean,
that was a joke.
there's
That's
going to be.
funny.
we've also got Among Us coming to
Yeah.
PlayStation as well later this year, so we've got a bunch of games.
Oh, the betrayal's
where
strong.
We're gonna.
Our trust is going to
There's going to be a theme.
break.
There's going to be a theme in the streams towards the end of the year on Access, I think, and it's going to be, can we fool each
Yes.
other?
No,
Can
is
we
the
fool each
answer
other?
already.
Matthew Bassett says, yes, it sounds like Among Us. It does. It's basically Among Us, says DE. but different as well.
It's got.
And
I think it's got a lot more mechanics to it. Like Among Us is very much like it's 2D, isn't it? Like it's very much like drawn. Whereas this is like your 3D. There's different like mysteries you can look at on the ship by the looks of it, and kind of different things you can experience. There's lots of different ways for people to die as well. For you to like sabotage things, and it's all about getting to the central AI unit to kind of manipulate things that way, whereas Among Us is very much like kill everyone or run out of time, or like, you know, it's a kind of, I think it builds on that betrayal mechanic and kind of fleshes it out a little bit differently in an interesting way, and the aesthetic of it being kind of that like Bioshocky retro future wonderful.
Yeah, I was
like,
going to say, the
30s
style of
vibe.
it is like really appealing to me right now. I'm like, yes.
It's gorgeous.
Jurassic
So,
Jam says, fellowships will be broken. Which I enjoyed. If you're gonna write a Lord of the Rings comment in
There it
the
is.
chat,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna read it out. Swirling Zero as well also said, you can't see it now, but they said that betrayal is your speciality, Ash.
me?
Apparently.
I don't know what you're talking about. I may have betrayed
D3
before.
Mystic says you can trust Rosie though. Everyone can trust Rosie.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, on the other end of the spectrum, you know, you can trust me though.
Well,
Like,
Rob's in the middle here. Like, which one will he be? Obviously a betrayer.
Well,
You
I get you must get assigned, right? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like when you go to a murder mystery party.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you don't get to choose. When you're playing werewolf, you just have to play the role that's assigned to you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what I would do to make you trust me if I was the betrayer, though.
Anything you say
You'd
now, I
have
would
to-
not believe.
yeah, the thing, yeah, you've already laid your bed or made your bed by saying, I'm
Laid
just
your
not.
bed. You've laid
You've laid your
your
bed.
bed
Now I'm
now.
making it.
Just by saying,
mate.
just by saying, I'm just going to not trust any of you and kill you all. Like, you know.
Well, I don't. It would be difficult for me if I was the betrayer because I think just my reputation would mean that you would all
Oh, you'd be the
just
first to
not
go.
trust
Yeah.
me straight away.
Every time, vote him out.
Yeah,
Gone.
vote him out, get him gone.
Gone.
I don't know.
I slapped my leg really hard. Gone. Get him out.
There's obviously more games. Dion Spates has said, I like The Devil Inside. It looks cool. And I think that was very
The
much...
Devil Inside's like a horror film.
The Devil Inside.
Little Devil Inside.
Inside. I think Little Devil Inside, which was the final game we saw in the State of Play.
Yes.
It looks just really, really
Yeah.
unique and interesting.
Yeah.
And
Charming.
everything I saw in that presentation made me want to play it. Not least of all, the water. Just
No, of
constant.
course, yeah.
The bit where he was fishing. I mean, I love a fishing mini game.
Yeah.
I love water graphics. And so that shot where he was just like, doing some
Delicious.
fishing. Yes. I would.
Delicious.
And all of the different viewpoints, like there's the top-down sort of world map style.
I like the little
viewpoint.
figures they had as well when they were running on the map and they were all just sort of like going like, like the little
Yeah,
toy
like little
aesthetic
Matryoshka
they
dolls almost.
Yeah.
I just think it looks fascinating. It looks like the art style looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, definitely.
And I love the fact that it's sort of like a mixture of loads of different genres. There's a
Yeah.
little bit of survival game in
Yeah.
there. There are some RPG open world. There's some RPG open world exploration, but there's also some pretty detailed looking combat in there. Like we saw.
Yeah.
The sword going
sword-
in, and then
I
he
love
could,
that.
and then he could move it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is so cool.
You guys, the sword going
I
in.
was
The sword going in.
It's like, you know, when you see video games doing a thing for the first
Yeah.
time, just a cool idea. I remember the first time I saw, you know, on PS1, like an enemy falling in a hole or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
after you shot them in a hole. Like, oh my god, that's so cool.
Yeah.
But like, there was the bit in the trailer where, yeah, he shoved the sword through like a little skeleton zombie enemy. And was like moving around like a shield.
Bring him
against
along,
the
like,
rest
come
of
on,
the
mate.
enemies.
I liked that they kind of looked like marshmallow zombies. Like that's what I know. I was like, ooh, he's fighting a marshmallow.
Well, you,
man.
you
Delicious.
said, didn't you? It's like Wes Anderson. the
Yeah,
game.
yeah. It is like when you're going like in between the carriages of the train and going on like a little flat. What's it called? I'm trying to think of the word. Cut slice. The thing where
Oh,
you go
yeah, I
down
know
the
what you
middle.
mean. It's
Yeah.
on the tip of my
Oh,
tongue.
Yeah,
Like
the thing.
Dave, do you know what a cross section?
So thank you. Yes,
Cross
the
section. Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
The cross section of a carriage and seeing all of the insides and then flipping out to the outside and going back in. That felt very Wes Anderson in the most like interesting, delicious. I keep saying delicious kind of way because it is. It's just very
Delicious.
exciting. It does look beautiful. The whole like. The mixing and matching is the most interesting part and intriguing part to me, and kind of it seems like it has all of these spooky kind of elements to it as
Yeah,
well, like
has some-
showing us the haunted mansion, the tentacles in the pool, like that appeals to me. That appeals to
The
me
narrator's
greatly.
voice was also lovely.
Yes.
I was like, we can't wrap this up without talking about the narrator's voice. 'Cause
Yeah.
It was very soothing,
Yeah.
and it made me feel like a child again.
We've got lots of people in the comments saying, just sort of echoing our sentiments. Like Little Devil Inside, day one for me.
Yeah.
Said someone whose comment has now disappeared, so I can't see. Lots of people asking about what the Halloween stream will be tomorrow. We're not here to talk
Not
about
now.
that now, and I don't want to think about it, to be honest.
No.
I don't want to think about it.
In our between time for this video, we've played some. Me and Rosie played some of it. That's all I've got to say. But we had great fun. But yes, please, the Little Devil Inside. Just go back to that though. Good stuff.
Yes,
Very
very
good.
excited.
There was one other game that made me very excited.
Oh, you gasped.
Yeah.
All the oxygen in the room just went.
You gasped when we
was
looked
when-
at you, and then you went.
It was when
Immediately writing in your book.
we saw the Square Enix logo come up, which instantly has me on high alert.
I'm
Like,
ready.
Final Fantasy. But then the Tri-Ace logo came up,
Yeah.
which these two don't know anything about, but I know means Star Ocean. I love a bit of Star Ocean, and I didn't know there was a new one coming.
Now you
now
do.
I do. What's it called? The Divine Force.
You wrote
I wrote it
Star
down.
Ocean
Wrote
in
it
your
down.
book before they even announced the title.
did.
You just went, Star Ocean, and then just wrote it
Star
down.
Ocean. I like Star Ocean till the end of time on PS2
Yeah.
was one of my favourite JRPGs of the PS2 era. It's just so epic. Like
yeah.
it's a franchise. I hate saying that word. It's a series that has sort of all of the elements I really like in an RPG, and because it's sci-fi. I was explaining to you, it's sort of like,
Yeah.
imagine Mass Effect, but if it was Japanese, if it's
Yeah.
a JRPG Mass Effect.
You say Mass
Um,
Effect made my ears prick up. I was like, tell me
It's
more.
like it's got the cool. It gives you everything. You've got the cool sci-fi futuristic planets, but they can also go down and visit medieval planets. So you have sometimes you get like a high fantasy setting. Other times you get a cool futuristic sci-fi setting. The combat in Star Ocean games has always been something I've really enjoyed. It's like a really good mixture between tactical turn-based and real time. I don't know anything really about the game other than the fact it's called The Divine Force and it's coming out next year. But I just love me some Star Ocean. I'm very, very excited about it.
Yeah.
And you should be too.
Yeah, I am. I'm like, my rule is a Final Fantasy game and then like a JRPG or an RPG of like from another series. So
You have
like,
to like switch them in and out.
yeah, I switch them in and then I go back to Final Fantasy. So I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, Star Ocean, this could be like, my next one once I finish my next Final Fantasy game. Who knows?
Have a go. Portsmall just says bug snacks.
Yeah.
We're still getting
Bug
That's-
snacks!
That's the
still
way
getting
it be.
we're still getting lots of bug snacks love in the chat.
It's the exciting one. It's the very exciting one.
What was
For me.
anyone else in the chat excited for anything else that we haven't talked about?
I really like the look of Death's Door.
Oh yeah, the
Yes.
pigeony.
The pigeony,
bird,
yeah, like
Dave mentioned it was like a pigeon with a lightsaber.
the pigeon with a lightsaber. That's how we're gonna call it from now on. But I really like the look of it. I love the the style of it at the moment. And recently, I've just finished Hades, and the combat style kind of looked
I really need to play Hades.
quite
It's
similar to it. And seeing you fighting with your lightsaber sword thing, like some of the enemies, I was like, yes, these look like these could be really fun, like maybe some quite tough challenges and battles. So from what we've seen so far, I'm hooked on it. I'm like, yes, let me be a pigeon, or maybe it's a crow.
Yeah, well, Death's Door would kind of maybe like a raven or a crow.
Yeah,
or
raven or a crow.
It's
maybe?
a raven, says Jarvis
Yeah.
Sensei in caps. It's a raven!
Please.
God!
Fine, it's a raven
Pigeon.
with a lightsaber then.
Pigeon.
May
But
the look of
it-
the raven's eye be with you.
It was good that you said that, Rosie, because I asked the chat that question. Obviously, the chat's on a little bit of a delay behind us.
Yeah.
But as you were talking about Death's Door, everyone in the chat just exploded. Death's Door!
Yeah!
Talk
Glad we're
about
on the
Death's
same
Door.
page here.
Oh, no. Desmond Woa says it's a crow.
Oh, no.
What is it?
There's debate in the
Is it
chat.
a
It's
crow?
a chicken.
Thadodis says it's a chicken.
That's not
It's definitely
true.
not a chicken.
But there would look like there was different feathers, so maybe even a magpie. Maybe.
A magpie.
Oh.
Crazy magpie.
Captain Chauvel says it's a bug snack. It's not.
Could be.
Jarvis Sensei is just laughing at us now. What is it? Actually, it's a parrot, says Volman.
It's definitely. a
Toby
bird.
says, I think it's
People
a
are just trolling
penguin.
us now. Toby thinks it's a penguin. It's a bunga, says Tim Allen. No, it's a bird.
I think my. If we had to bet, I think mine would be crow.
I'd say crow.
Yeah, I think crow.
I'm going to go raven.
Okay, the majestic bird.
Just to be different.
It all fits in. I think the ending, like, kind of image of Death's Door, like where it kind of showed you the raven / crow / pigeon / magpie / bug snack in the middle of the screen with all of the kind of these creatures behind it in that like cartoon, like drawn, like literally just like the title
Yeah, I
poster.
was going to say, I really wanted to meet those characters as well.
Yeah.
Like, I really like how they were. Oh,
sorry.
Dave just said he thinks
To
it's
have
a crow.
official
We got the
information
facts.
coming from the Dave room, which
It's
is
a crow.
it is a crow. Dave googled it. It's a crow.
Wow, that's good to
Well,
know.
I
Well, now
think we
you
should
know
end
as
it on
well.
that
Good
note,
way to wrap up
Yeah.
is that we can officially reveal here on the PlayStation Access State of Play After Party that in Death's Door you play as a crow.
According to Dave.
According to Dave.
According to Dave only.
And according to lots of people in the chat as well. I think, unless anyone else has anything they want to talk about,
I just liked it. I
That's-
just liked it as a little slice of excitement.
there's lots of little things to be excited about.
Yeah.
Like Little Devil Inside genuinely looks wonderful. Star Ocean got a genuine gasp out of me.
Yeah.
And the Isle of Big Snacks
Yes!
had these two going mad, and
Strabble.
I don't know what's going on.
I just feel so
But-
stuffed with treats from like PlayStation stuff
We're gonna say
recently.
from Bug Snacks.
No, I just feel so stuffed with treats. Like all
Yes.
of the things we've had that are like coming up, and then having this little chunk of like new things to see, Little Devil Inside coming out and having a bit more around it. I'm just excited. I think it's just a very wholesome, nice time, and it's
Indeed.
it's just October and Halloween, and we get this as well. What
Of
a
course,
nice time.
We've got the news that obviously First Class Trouble is going to be one of the PlayStation Plus games.
Yeah.
Downloadable in November,
Mm-hmm.
coming on November the 2nd, which is also very exciting. But for now, for this little after party, I think that's it. Thank you very much, everyone in the chat, for sticking with us, especially this late at night, if you're in the UK. If you're elsewhere in the world, it might be the morning,
In which case, good morning.
in which case,
Hello.
a little bit less of a thank you to you. Not really, I'm joking. And we will be back tomorrow
Woo!
with not one, but two. I had to be careful about which way I did that then. 2 streams tomorrow.
All this
um,
content. Oh,
One of them,
Great
one of them
content.
I am not looking forward to. One of them I am looking forward to.
Video
is it my stream you're
games.
looking forward to?
No.
Is the stream of me? Is that the one you're looking forward to?
Not,
When we stream later,
not looking
at
forward
4
to that.
p.m. Halloween stream. Is that what I'm doing?
But for now, so we will please tune in tomorrow for that. But for now, it is goodbye.